Well, good morning. Premiere night. I think it was a good one. I think we have a great season of Big Brother getting ready to happen. They've got a lot of new ads that they got going on. And I think season 27 is going to be a good season. I'm liking everything that I'm seeing. The cast members. I think they've got a good cast this year. I think this might be a really good, interesting, competitive season. Now, I'll be honest, it's a little frustrating when you hear people already talking about how they don't want to win HOH. That is so cheesy. It doesn't make sense to go in the house and always want to hide. Don't hide. Try. I may not have won any of them but one, but I was trying every week. So again, I'm excited though. I see some great personalities on here. I'm glad they're going to keep the AI as a something of the game. It forces people to play. You don't know until that night who's gonna get to play veto and who's gonna stay in and who's gonna stay out. And so it puts that spin in there that makes everything interesting. You got to put 3 people up instead of 2. I love it. So let me see some of my thoughts. I think that I like the young man, Vince. Now you see, I ain't good on these names. Y'all know I ain't good on names, but I'm gonna be able to describe everybody to let you know who I'm talking about. You can't hear me? I don't know. Can you hear me now? Okay, somebody else said they can hear me, so I don't know what that was. You might not have the volume up on your phone. Hey, what's going on, Mars? I just want to get your guys' thoughts on how you think the show was last night, the premiere. I think it was fabulous. Put some comments on here telling me what you think about last night. Who you think are going to be some key role players in this game this year. I like the young man, and my mind just went blank, but he was the one that won the game on the one side where they had to run down and put the puzzle together. He won that. I think he's going to be a game player if he doesn't get too arrogant. I think he might have a good game. Who's the one? Vince, the one that actually won HOH. He's going to be interesting. He's going to be interesting. I'm going to have to watch him for a minute. Some of the females, I like the gamer young lady. I like the flower 60s young lady. I think they might do well. Let's see. I didn't get enough of their personalities yet to really have a good call. I think that after this next show on Sunday, that will be a great something to be able to see. Now, Rachel coming back. I think it's going to be interesting to see how they gravitate to Rachel. Are they going to come in there and are they going to be so fan-struck that they forget that she's won this thing? And are they going to let her stay in the house and go to the end again and win again? Or are they going to say, you know what? Yes, I love the idea of the BB blockbuster. That's the AI piece, and I'm so glad they had that stay. I think that's perfect for the game. I even think that, here's my thought. I'm going to come back to Rachel. Yes, I'm going to watch the live feeds. I also think that they should I think it would be good to give an incentive, like maybe an extra $1,000. Every time you win HOH, you get $2,000 extra dollars, something like that, because it'll force people, if they want to win the money, they're going to have to play. I think they need an incentive to force people to stop trying to not want to win and just kind of ride the cart halfway through the game. That's not a good thing. And so if they can find a way to incentivize people for winning HOH, they could turn Big Brother upside down. That with the BB Blockbuster AI piece, oh man, this game would be off the chain. Then you're going to see all the horns come out on everybody because they'll really be playing the game. So again, I'm interested to see who Rachel is going to align herself with, because she knows this game. She's been in the house, twice, 3 times, 11 and 12. 12 and 13. I don't think she's been back since 13. But again, she's won. And so she knows the game. So it'll be interesting to see who she connects herself to, or also who tries to connect to her. Yeah, I agree. I want to see Pandora's box. I always like the Pandora's box because it puts those extra twists in the game that you don't know what's going to happen with the Pandora's box. A lot of times it's a chance, and it could be a good and it could be a bad. So again, it puts risk. It puts all of that into the game. I hope they don't do anything where they bring somebody back. I don't like that unless they have them compete on the outside and all we do is see them come back in. But I don't want to see them do any advantages where the advantaged person gets to actually save somebody and they don't go home. I don't think that worked well. I hope they don't do none of that no more. That's just my opinion. That's just Felicia's opinion. I'm just saying what I'm saying. But I'm excited. I do think this is going to be a great season. I think they're in their 80-something days. So, yeah. And here's what I also know. They're going to be smoking outside in the backyard. Because I'm leaving LA today. But yesterday it was 91 with humidity. And today it's supposed to be even hotter. So, oh my God. They're going to be hot out in the backyard. They might be going inside the house to cool off. Yeah, that's what I think. Okay, let's see. Cool Tees and Mitch Samarkis, Millie Mosner. I see all y'all. Sumayai, Brianna Cohen. You guys, you know I'm killing these names, right? You know I'm killing this. My apologies. But, sometimes I have to dissect what these things say. That's why I think they need to get rid of the outside lockdown week. Oh yeah, I don't like that at all either. I don't think that's a good look. It doesn't work. Because after a while you just get bored with the goofy stuff they do in the backyard. Yes, Rachel is going to cause some serious chaos if she lasts that long. Again, now, and I love Rachel to death, but if I was in the house with a Rachel, as somebody, then these new kids coming in where none of them have ever played, if they were smart, they'd band together and get Rachel gone because she know the game. So to let her stay and work her way to where she gets down in the jury house, now you just opening up the door for her to go all the way to the end and win again. So they can't let their fan love of Rachel cause them to be goofy in how they play the game. Now, I'm going to applaud Rachel, because if Rachel can figure out how to get with the right crowd and carry herself to the end, I ain't mad at you at all, Rachel. Go, girl. Do your thing. Brendan, cheer her on. Put her stuff out there. Let her boom from this. So, no, I don't think they're going to bring me back in the house for a full season anymore. I don't think so. But, and I'll be honest, I really don't want to do anything that long anymore. Oh, yes, but I absolutely go on Traders. I would go on Traders. I keep saying this. I'd go on Traders. I'd go on The Circle. I'd go on that new show that's out there, Millionaire. Who's Secret Millionaire or something like that. Love it. I thought they needed to get rid of Sari right away, but we see how that worked out. Well, that's what I'm saying. They put in people that everybody knows, and then they fan base on them, and they get goofy, and they let them stay till the end. And, the Corey and the Izzies and the Maps and all of those guys got in there, and they were so enamored with Sari and not realizing that. Now, y'all realize she had actually, now, I didn't know it at that time. She had just won Traders, and so they need to think about get rid of all that excitement to be in the house, because knowing that they know how to play these games, and those are the people you should be saying, do we really want to keep them the whole game? Because that might be a problem. Now, I also agree with whoever said, I would love to see them do not a celebrity BB where it's the real big time celebrities, TV celebrities, movie celebrities. But I'm talking about, I'd love to see them do a BB All-Stars where it's all past BB players. that go into the house. Now, here's my theory, though, and I might hurt some people's feelings, piss people off. I don't think they should let anybody that's actually won the game, they shouldn't go back in the house. It should be all people who did not win, but people that have been on the show before and played. I would love to see them do a season like that. I think that would be great. I think it would be phenomenal. And I think you would see some claws come out, and it would be interesting to see who aligns with who lies, cheats, and steals through the whole game. I think that game would be fabulous. Or if they wanted to bring back winners, maybe do a season. They've had 25 seasons. Bring back 16 of the players that have won. And have all the players that have won, and then let them seriously catfight it out. Now, talk about a show for a year. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. That would really be amazing. Yep, they could have a winners all-stars and a non-winners all-stars. Absolutely. I think that would be an amazing show. A winners all-stars and a non-winners all-stars. I think they would eat TV up with that. Eat it up. So it was interesting to see Julie come in the house last night. She hasn't done that. I don't know that I think a couple of times she has come in, but it hasn't been often. It's been a rare occasion. If it's happened, I'm trying to think back now. Has she actually been in the house during the season? Yep, it's like they brought back Nicole and she won the entire season. Well, think about it. They brought back Rachel, and then the next year she won. The first year she was on with Brendan, and then the next year she was on again, and that's when she won. So that's why I say, I don't know, I think it kind of puts everybody else at a disadvantage when you bring back somebody, particularly somebody that's won in a house with people where it's all their first time, because they already know how to strategize. The winner already knows how to strategize. They know how to see things that a non-person that's been in the house hasn't seen. And so there's a lot that can happen with that. But again, so tell me who you guys, tell me some names of some people just based on what you saw last night, who you think might have some staying power. Who you think might have some staying power? C-Cam 11, Natty White 13. I see y'all. I'm waving at all y'all. What's going on? I really like Amy and Kelly. Okay. Jimmy, Morgan. Okay. Ashley and Catherine. Okay. Yes, yeah. You guys are saying all ladies. Ain't nobody talking about the men. The ladies have been doing well lately. Ashley could stick around for a while. Absolutely. I think so. Julie came in the house on season 1. That's what I was thinking. If she has come in, it's been a very rare occasion. So I think they really are going to do some, this mystery house is going to have a whole lot of mysteries. And I think they really are going to have some unexpecteds this year that we just haven't seen before. So it's going to be interesting. I like Vince, but I think he'll be a threat. Yeah, Vince is going to be, he reminds me of Joseph from last year. I mean, even his look, he's another Joseph. And the young lady that's the younger one, and see, I'm bad with names, so I'm hearing you guys saying the names, and the names aren't really resting. Okay, I know who Ashley and Keanu are, Mickey and Ava. See, I can't visualize faces yet. I can describe all of them by their appearance, but I can't remember names yet, so I got to work on that. See, that's the part I'm talking about. Nobody wanting to play for HOH. That piece, they have to figure out how to get rid of that piece where people say, I don't want to play HOH. They should have made that person, honestly, I think if they really wanted to make it be interesting, when they told the guy that he had to pick the 4 people to play HOH, they should have said, and you have to do it right now. He shouldn't have been able to hold no conversations and see who wants to and see who doesn't want to. They shouldn't have done none of that. They should have said, congratulations, here's your advantage. You get to pick 4 people. Pick out 4 people right now. That would have blown folks away. And that would have really jumpstart the game. picking right now. That's what I'm talking about. Don't give them chance to interview and everybody would do you want to and do you want to, and people get to say, no, I really don't want to right now. All of that crap that's ridiculous. You come into the house to play the game. So when you come in and you start talking about, no, I don't really want to, I'm trying to figure out how to look up, you guys, so that my eyes don't look like I'm looking down, but I am reading my screen. But anyway, I don't like the idea of people coming in trying not to win competitions. The first competition, well, I really don't want to win. I mean, that. Don't do that. Come in, play the game, and play the game hard from day one. You don't want to be aggressive in your personality, but when it comes to the comp times and all the things that gives you the advantages and stuff, go for that. Go in, all in. What is Blue Sky? Can you come on Blue Sky? I don't even know what Blue Sky is. Somebody tell me what that is. I don't have a winner pick yet. By Sunday, I think I'm going to have I'll pick my top 3 by Sunday. I think I will have seen enough. I think, well, actually, no, because the live feeds are supposed to start Monday. So next week, Wednesday or Thursday, that's when I'm going to say who I think will, have some staying power. And of course it'll just be my theory, but I don't like how this new house is set up in the dang confessional. Yeah, I don't know what that is either. Blue Sky is a nicer app similar to Twitter. Oh, okay. And you laughing at me, I know. Don't ask me how I missed it, but I have never heard Blue Sky. So I'm going to have to go home and ask Jair about that. Yes, I will be watching the live feeds. Like I said, they start on Monday. And now who the accomplice is, I don't know. I'm trying to figure that one out. I don't know who the accomplice is, but I like the idea of that. Now I hope they didn't make Rachel the accomplice. That would really be too much. They may have done that though, but I hope it's not Rachel that's actually the accomplice too. But it's going to be interesting to see. Maybe Derek. Yeah, he might be. Zay was really quiet. I think it's him. Yeah, you never can tell. Some of them are staying low key. And here's what people have to remember: you have to start building relationships from day one. You have to. So you can't just kind of sit back over in a corner and watch people, because when you isolate your people like that, then when it comes time to vote somebody out, who are they going to vote out? People they don't have a connection with. So you gotta stay together. You got to get connected, and you have to really talk to people, get with people, start making them connections. With the extra girl, I think a girl is the accomplice. Maybe not. Maybe not. They may not even be looking at that. But I know they got to get rid of somebody so they can bring the 16 faces up on the wall. And as long as they have 17 people, you aren't going to see those, everybody's profile pictures sitting up on the wall. So somebody got to go. The regular one, and then a Big Brother All-Stars every year. That would be smooth. Although I don't know about every year, because after a while, then that would probably kind of get old too. Maybe every other year, if they did the regular season, and then every other year had an All-Stars game that lasted like 30 days. 40 days max. I think that would be phenomenal. Reindeer Games wasn't bad. And that was only what. But again, I don't know that they ever even, I think for Reindeer Games, I don't think they ever lived in the house. They were just in there, and maybe that's a good thing. They just did the competitions and stuff in there, and I don't think they slept in the house. And so, I don't know how that plays out, because I think, again, being around each other all the time, that's what makes the game interesting. The cameras, all of that kind of stuff. Like I said, I don't have a top 3 yet. By next week, Thursday, when they do eviction night, that's because I will have been able to watch the live feeds for 3 or 4 days. They will have shown the show on Sunday, the show on Wednesday. I think that's the nights. I don't know if they've even said what their regular nights are going to be yet, because they said they were changing that up a little bit too. So we shall see. But it's interesting. But I do believe this year is going to be fire. I think this year might actually end up being better than last year. I really believe that. So just wanted to give my little 2 cents. I can't wait to watch it again on Sunday, and can't wait for the live feed. That's when you see people's true colors come out. So Yeah. I'm going to holler at you guys. Happy Friday. Hope you guys all have a great weekend. If anybody's in the Texas area where the floods happened, my prayers go out to all those people, all those families. It's unbelievable how that happened, and the fact that they really didn't get a lot of advance warning out there for that storm. It's really sad. It is very sad. A lot of kids, a lot of people. And they still have hundreds plus people missing. And so it's too bad. But you guys all have a wonderful, wonderful day, wonderful weekend. Atlanta's going to be popping this weekend. If y'all don't know, Beyonce's there. The all-star people are coming in there. There's another concert there. Atlanta is going to be, so if you can stay home this weekend, you might want to stay home because you ain't going to be able to get nowhere in all that traffic with all of that chaos. It's going to be a hot mess. But anyway, when you say it's sad, government corruption, well, and I don't know that I'll say government corruption, but the fact that so many government people have lost their jobs and now they don't have the staff to do what they used to do. So early warning, people looking at the storms coming and people being able to navigate that ahead of time, they don't have those people anymore. That's really what's going on. When you get rid of people, where you thought they wasn't doing no job and wasn't working, all those people were working. Now you're getting the effects of the people not being there and not working. That has some impact on that storm. Trust me when I say that. People may not want to say that out loud, but that's just being real. That storm, there's no way that flood could have snuck up on them like that. So the manpower that staffs all of that stuff, you ain't heard nothing about FEMA going in. So see, it's crazy. But we got to do better. The United States is better than this. We have to do better. But the people have to unite. Everybody has to unite. There you go. I'm going to go out now. I don't want to get on a political push and, go down a rabbit hole. So I'm going to stay big brother. Yes, I am. Everybody out, and I'll see you again on Sunday. Smooches.